A speech to a mosquito. Dear mosquito, I want to give a speech to you because you deserve it. As a feminist scholar, my interest has always been in those issues that are relegated to the margins. Now that social science scholars, including tourism scholars, have increasingly begun to explore multi-species encounters, we can witness the entrance of animals into research. But what kind of animals? Most often, it is those that are large, rare, cute, furry, or aesthetically beautiful, those that are somehow beneficial to the human, whether socially, emotionally, or economically. You have not been included in the research agenda. You have been left in the margins, in the shadows. You like to be in the shadows, though, as a Finnish song by Oscar Merikanto tells us. The lyrics call you, the mosquito, a hired man of the gloom. That song is sorrowful, but most often you are associated with disgust, irritation, and even hate. You are not liked. You are the one to be gotten rid of, because you disturb. You whine and stick, penetrate the ears, the mouth, the hair, under the shirt, day and night. There is a saying, if you think that you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. This very saying inspired us to notice the intriguing power residing in you. With you, we would make a difference to the prevalent narrative of multi-species encounters within tourism studies. We, mosquitoes and humans, have been made to inhabit this planet together. In the article entitled Living with Mosquitoes, 3 authors, Anu Valtonen, Tarja Salmela, and Outi Rantala, set out to wonder at this cohabitation. We think with you, travel with you, and write with you. In doing so, we challenge our own relationship with you. Once we pause to wonder at you, we try to notice your beauty. Your fragile legs, for instance, as the Lappish painter Reidar Särestöniemi once did. He drew the beauty of the Kirsi mosquito, but there are many kinds of you. There are at least 42 different varieties of mosquitoes in Finland, as the biologist Jukka Salmela, who explores mosquitoes with deep enthusiasm, has discovered. We are interested in those varieties that live in the north, do not spread diseases, and whose females suck human blood to lay eggs. While the biologist Salmela investigates you with a tube and a special exhaust fan, we as social scientists explore the relationship between you and humans with the help of a feminist memory work method. We first thought back and wrote personal stories about moments when we have encountered you, from our childhood to the present day. Then we gathered together to share our memories by reading our stories aloud, talking about them, and finally writing 2 integrated, go-written stories, one of which takes place at a cottage, the other while trekking. I now want to share some of these memories and experiences. In these memories, we notice the scent of Ride repellent floating in the air, the slogan of an advertisement for off repellent. Do not flail with your arms, you southerner. Mother's hysterical behavior when one single mosquito enters the hut, painful moments of berry-picking trips when an army of mosquitoes hits, the way the string of a green jumper strangles when tied a bit too firmly under the jaw. Mosquitoes entering the mouth while biting a sandwich during picnic trips. And the heartbreaking sorrow when seeing a mosquito killed, or when accidentally killing it oneself. I shall read you few examples of our memories. I am on a flight, heading to an academic conference. A 6 or 7 years old boy sits behind my seat with his mother. I hear how the flight attendant stops to chat with the boy, admiring a dinosaur tattoo on his hand. Suddenly, the boy says, "There is magic in my hands. With these hands, I can kill mosquitoes." "Oh, that's a much needed skill. No one likes mosquitoes." "Well, birds eat them, but mosquitoes are not nice," responds the flight attendant in a gentle tone of voice. "Do you know how I kill them?" The excited boy goes. "I let him come and bite, and then I killed him, like this. Slam!" One summer, I am sitting on a train traveling back to Rovaniemi, my home. There is a mosquito in the window. It has perhaps been there for a long time, as it does not fly anymore. It just stays there. I wonder if it wants to go out. But at the same time, it is not in the immediate presence of human blood. "Why don't you suck my blood? As I'm right here," I ask in my mind. I continue to follow the mosquito. I look at it with melancholy. Why do I always think that the mosquito is a victim when it is indoors? But melancholically, worry is what I feel. The train continues on its way. I'm traveling with the mosquito. The train reaches Rovaniemi. It is time to get up. I want to take the mosquito with me. Should I? What would the other passengers think? I also have a suitcase. How would I be able to take the mosquito? Maybe I could seal it in my hands? But then I might accidentally kill it. I often find myself in this situation. I decide that I have to go, and I leave the mosquito to the window. Bye-bye, little mosquito. I feel sad. I feel guilty. It is summer. I'm jogging along the forest road near my summer cottage. The mosquitoes follow me, appearing from somewhere, finding their way to my sweating legs, thighs, arms, neck, torso, hair, everywhere. There is no point in stopping, since more of them would immediately appear. I feel irritated, angry. There are masses of them, and they feel awful. It is a hot summer day, and other teasers are there as well. Horseflies and flies buzz around me. I ran faster towards a larger road where there is the sun and wind. Wind, blissful wind. I can run in peace. I am trekking with my friend in the heat of the summer. It is räkkäaika, that is a mass appearance of mosquitoes. We head to the open fells, but we do not escape the mosquitoes. It is extremely hot, but I have to wear a long-sleeve blouse, long trousers, and a hat so that I do not end up like that scout that we saw when starting our trek. His arms full of red bites. Fortunately, the next day we arrive at a windy fell. Our way back, we are lost in the endless rocky terrain. The sun is burning and there is not even a light breeze. We see a pond and think that it would be nice to dive into the fresh water. But in this situation, I would not think of swimming. as that would mean exposing my skin to the insects. There are even mosquitoes in the patches of snow, attacking immediately when I try to cool down my heated body with it. After the sauna, I sit on the terrace. My skin steams, and soon they come, mosquitoes. Looking for veins, they stick their noses through my skin and start sucking. The bite hurts a bit. I watch how the body of the mosquito fills up with blood, my blood. I have heard that if I let it suck until it fills up without killing it, it will not leave a lump on my skin. I have also heard that the first mosquitoes of the summer are slower, and that mosquitoes are more interested in some bodies than others. It is evening in our summer hut. I am about to go to bed with my partner. We have put the mosquito net over the bed, which reminds me of the bed of a princess. Our upper bodies go under the net, the rest hiding under the covers, just like trekking. But then the whining of mosquitoes wakes me up in the middle of the night. We are tossing around in the bed. I grew tired of them. Damn! You could not sleep either. I tried to get the mosquitoes out of the bedroom by waving air at them. I think I succeed. I close the door. Where did that come from? How is it that they just keep coming here? Is there a hole in the wall? Must be. We get angry. I cannot stand this whining. My partner is about to hit the mosquitoes. I do not know what to think of that. I also hit them. I'm glad I did not succeed. I do not want to try again. Mom kills mosquitoes by the table at the hut. I am a teenager. She puts the dead bodies in the folds of a white napkin to keep the hut clean. I can see the black, warped, fragile, loose legs of mosquitoes through the towels. They were killed violently. There is a small blood stain, liquid from tiny animal, bright red. That means she had done what she was meant to do in life. A mosquito is not evil. She has one goal in her life, to suck blood to reproduce. I do not say anything. I just feel bad. My mother points out that I do not like that the mosquitoes are dead. She says it gently, knowing that I disapprove. She laughs gently, without ridiculing me. But it is so normal to kill mosquitoes, even for fun. I go out. I do not want to kill any mosquitoes. We set out to analyze these kind of empirical materials with the help of feminist new material literature and with you. It was a pleasure to think with you as you made the tricky notion of entanglement easy to understand. We now better understand how cultural conceptions and systems of belief, material bodies, everyday experiences and practices, social relations, affects, biological matters, wind, light, temperature, how they all entangled when we met with you. In particular, it was a pleasure to think about Stacey Elama's notion of transcorporeality with you. You can find my body by sensing the carbon dioxide transmitted through my breath or sweat. You land on my skin, plunge your fragile nose through my skin, suck blood that you need to have for your babies. Your tiny body fills with my blood. Our bodies entangle through that blood. Once you come to my skin, so too comes an ethical question. Shall I kill you or not? Our encounters made us recognize the way we think about ethics. Following Maria Puig de la Pelacasa and others, we realized how ethics are always situated, open, and embodied. Instead of black and white, either or good, bad thinking, ethics are negotiated constantly, intertwining with social relations, situations, and effects. Our ethical relations with you, dear Mosquito, is messy, oftentimes in a very material way. It was a pleasure to think with you, as you invited and encouraged us to think differently. You made us question the dominant narrative in which you are cast merely as trouble, as an unpleasant creature to be gotten rid of, to be killed, with our own hands or with repellents. The act of killing you appears so natural that there are even world championship competitions organized around it. It is somewhat ironic that if you kill people by spreading diseases, that is considered as a matter of ethical concern, while killing you is not. Does the discomfort and unattractiveness experienced by a human legitimate murder? You also made us question the multi-species narratives present within tourism studies. Tiny creatures have not had much of a role in them, which reflects a Western way of thinking. In contrast, in South Korea, for instance, tiny creatures are considered interesting and valuable. There are zoos built for them, and they attract visitors. You help us turn our attention towards our tiny cohabitants, those whom we do not always see with our eyes, but with whom we nevertheless cohabit the world. Spiders, bees, swarms, maggots, microbes, and so on. Dear Mosquito, to us you are our co-traveler, cohabitant, co-rider. You made us reconsider our place as inhabitants of the earth. From our point of view, we are merely bloody mammals among other mammals. All we can do is live with you, since you are outside our control. Rosi Braidotti aptly noted in an interview published in the leading Finnish newspaper, Helsingin Sanomat, May 2019, that humans can survive only by abandoning human-centrism. Touché. Feminist thinkers touch with their words. You do so with your tiny nose every summer. Thank you for doing that.